Gentlemen, let me ask you something personal. When was the last time you woke up, felt that spark in your body, and thought, yes, I'm still the man I used to be? Now here's the shocker. It might not be your age, it might not be your hormones. It might be the way you drink water. Not the type of water. Not how clean it is. I'm talking about the simple, everyday habit of how you drink it. And this one habit could be slowly robbing you of your energy, your confidence, and yes, your performance in the bedroom. I've seen it steal years of vitality from men without them even noticing. But here's the good news. Change it, and you could start to feel the difference in just weeks. Think about that for a moment. Better circulation, better stamina, better intimacy, all from one change you can make starting today. Most men never hear about this until it's too late. Will you be one of them? Or will you be the one who takes control before it slips away? Let's dive in. I'm Dr. Edward Blunt. For more than 30 years, I've been sitting across from men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, men who once thought their best days were long behind them. I've listened to their frustrations. I've seen the way their eyes drop when they talk about losing that part of themselves, the part that made them feel alive, confident, connected. And I've watched the way they light back up when they start to reclaim it. Over the decades, I've worked with thousands of men, real people just like you, who came to me convinced that age had closed the door on certain parts of life. Many of them had tried pills, gadgets, expensive treatments, and still felt like something was missing. And time after time, we found that the solution wasn't always a prescription. It was about understanding the body, respecting its needs, and making small, deliberate changes that paid off in a big way. That's why I'm here, talking to you now, on Senior Strong Living. My mission isn't just to keep you healthy on paper. It's to help you feel like yourself again. To remind you that your best days don't have to be behind you. They can be right here, right now, and still ahead. I'm on your team. I've walked this road with thousands of men who thought the spark was gone for good. And together, we found ways to bring it back. And today, we're going to start with something so simple, you might have overlooked it for years. But once you understand it, you'll never look at a glass of water the same way again. Let's talk about something most men never hear until it's already causing problems. As we get older, our bodies change in ways that aren't always obvious, but they matter. One of the big ones. You start losing muscle mass. And muscle isn't just for strength or looks, it's your body's natural storage tank for water. The less muscle you have, the less water your body can hold on to. At the same time, the blood vessels you've relied on for decades, the ones that carry life to every part of you, become less elastic. They don't expand and contract as easily as they used to. That means your circulation slows down, especially to the smaller, more delicate vessels. Now here's the part most men don't connect. An erection is, at its core, a hydraulic process. It's all about blood flow. Your body has to send a steady, strong supply of blood to very specific tissue. And blood is mostly water. When you're even slightly dehydrated, your blood volume drops. Your circulation slows. Your heart has to work harder just to push that thicker blood through narrower vessels. And the tissue that needs that rich, oxygen-filled blood the most? It doesn't fill as fully, or as quickly. This isn't guesswork. Science shows that just a 2% drop in hydration can affect your physical performance, your mental sharpness, and yes, your ability to get and keep an erection. That's a tiny margin. You might think you're just a little thirsty, but your body is already in a state that makes intimacy harder, drains your energy, and leaves you feeling less like yourself. I've had men sit in my office blaming stress, or blaming their age, when in reality their body was simply running on low. They were starting the day already behind on hydration, and never catching up. And here's the kicker. Water is only part of the equation. There's another daily habit, something most men over 60 do without thinking, that quietly chips away at performance even if you drink enough water. We'll get to that later. But first, you need to know the drinking patterns that could be making things worse without you realizing it. Now, let's get honest for a moment. I've seen a pattern over and over in the men I work with, and I'll bet you might see yourself in one of these examples. Mistake number 1. Waiting until you feel thirsty before you drink. You might think that's just your body's way of telling you it's time for water. But here's the truth. By the time you actually feel thirsty, you're already mildly dehydrated. Your body is behind on fluid, your blood is thicker, and your circulation has already slowed down. You're starting from a disadvantage before you even take your first sip. Mistake number 2. Chugging large amounts all at once. Maybe you go hours without a drink, then suddenly grab a big glass and down it in seconds. On the surface, it feels like you're catching up. But what's really happening is a sudden shift in your blood pressure. Your arteries, which, remember, are already less elastic with age, have to adapt quickly. This strains your cardiovascular system and leaves less efficiency for the smaller, more sensitive vessels that supply blood where you want it most. I once had a patient, Peter, 68 years old. He swore he was drinking plenty of water. But when we broke down his day, he was taking in nearly all his fluids in just 2 or 3 big gulps spread out over the day. He couldn't figure out why he still felt sluggish and why his performance was slipping. Once we changed his pattern to steady, smaller sips, the difference was night and day. More energy, better focus, and yes, stronger, more reliable erections. Mistake number 3. Overloading in the evening. You've barely had water all day, so you try to make up for it after dinner. The result? Multiple trips to the bathroom during the night. And every time you interrupt your deep sleep, you rob your body of one of its most important jobs, producing testosterone and repairing tissue. That's a silent performance killer. You might not feel it immediately, but over weeks and months, it takes its toll. So, be honest with yourself. Which one of these mistakes sounds like you? Are you a wait until thirsty guy? A big gulps guy? Or an evening overload guy? Let me know. I'm curious to see how many of us have been unknowingly sabotaging ourselves. And if you think these are harmless habits, just wait until you hear the right way to drink water, a way that works with your body, not against it. Now that you know what not to do, let's focus on what actually works. The right way to drink water isn't complicated, but it does require a little intention. And once you make it a habit, you'll wonder why you didn't start years ago. First, your day begins before your feet even hit the floor. Within 30 minutes of waking, I want you to have a glass of water, about 8 to 12 ounces. This is your body's reset button. You've gone 6 to 8 hours without a sip. Your blood is thicker, your vessels are slightly tighter, and your circulation is slower. That first glass thins the blood, wakes up your circulation, and sets the tone for your entire day. From there, think of your hydration like fueling a fire. You don't dump a whole bucket of water on the fire once or twice a day. You feed it steadily. Keep a glass or bottle nearby, and sip frequently. Not gulps. Not catch-up drinks. Just small, regular intakes that keep your blood volume stable, your tissues hydrated, and your kidneys working smoothly without overload. One thing I see often, and it's a habit worth breaking, is drinking large amounts right before or right after a big meal. It might seem harmless, but it can actually interfere with digestion. Your body ends up diverting energy toward breaking down food instead of maintaining steady circulation where you need it most. Give yourself a little buffer. Sip lightly during meals, but avoid heavy water loading at those times. And then there's the evening. 2 hours before bed, start tapering off. This is where many men sabotage themselves without even realizing it. You want your body focused on deep, restorative sleep, not on waking up 3 times for a trip to the bathroom. Remember, those deep sleep cycles are when testosterone production is at its peak, and when your body repairs itself for the next day. Make these small adjustments, and you'll start to feel the difference. Steadier energy, clearer thinking, and a body that's ready to perform when you need it. But here's where it gets interesting. There's one particular time to drink water, a specific window almost no man over 60 takes advantage of, that can give your circulation a noticeable boost and prime your body for better performance. And I'll share that with you in just a moment. So let's talk about that special timing. Over the years, I've learned that when you drink water can be just as important as how you drink it, especially for men who want to maintain strong, healthy blood flow well into their 60s, 70s, and beyond. Think of your body like a finely tuned machine. You wouldn't wait for the engine to overheat before adding coolant. You'd keep it topped up so it runs smoothly all the time. The same goes for your circulation. One of the most powerful and overlooked habits you can build is to hydrate before your body needs it. That means sipping a small glass of water about 20 to 30 minutes before any physical activity. And I don't just mean exercise. I'm talking about a brisk walk, a workout, yard work, or intimacy. Here's why it works. That water primes your circulation. It helps your vessels open up, your heart pump more efficiently, and your tissues, including the most sensitive ones, receive oxygen and nutrients right when they need them. It's like giving your performance a head start. Timing matters before meals, too. Just a few sips of water before you eat can help improve digestion and keep blood flowing steadily, without diluting the stomach acid your body needs to break down food. It also helps prevent that sluggish, heavy feeling that can kill your energy and your drive. And here's another tip. Focus the bulk of your hydration in the first half of the day. This keeps your energy levels high, supports your heart and circulation, and avoids that common problem of drinking too much in the evening, which, as we talked about earlier, can wreck your deep sleep. Remember, deep, uninterrupted sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's when your testosterone production is at its strongest. And that's one of the most valuable tools you have for maintaining a healthy sex life. But even with all this, there's a huge mistake I see men make every single morning. One simple habit that, without them realizing it, puts them at a disadvantage before their day even starts. And it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. That morning mistake is starting your day with coffee before you've had any water. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not here to take away your coffee. I enjoy mine too. But here's the problem. Coffee, as good as it tastes, is a mild diuretic. That means it tells your body to get rid of water. And think about this. You've already gone 6 to 8 hours without a sip while you slept. You wake up in a mildly dehydrated state, whether you feel it or not. Your blood is thicker, your circulation is slower, and your vessels are tighter. Then you pour coffee on top of that, and you're digging the hole even deeper before your day has even begun. Thicker blood means it moves more slowly. Slower circulation means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching your tissues, including the erectile tissue you want to keep healthy and responsive. And when your hydration is low, your body produces less nitric oxide, the chemical signal that helps trigger and maintain an erection. Over time, this morning habit quietly chips away at your performance. Your morning erections get weaker, and when the right moment comes later in the day, your body may not respond the way you want it to. The fix? Simple. Drink 8 to 12 ounces of water within 30 minutes of waking, before you take that first sip of coffee. You'll rehydrate your body, restore your blood volume, and prime your circulation for the day ahead. Then, by all means, enjoy your coffee, but now it's working with your body, not against it. I've seen men make this one small change and feel the difference almost immediately. More energy, a clearer mind, and stronger, more reliable performance. But as much as hydration affects your body, it also has a powerful effect on something you might not expect. The way you feel about yourself, your confidence, and your connection with your partner. I can't tell you how many times I've had a man sit across from me, lower his voice, and say, "Doc, I just don't feel like myself anymore." And often, it's not only about physical performance. It's about something deeper. Confidence, connection, and that quiet frustration of feeling like you've drifted away from the man you used to be. I remember one patient, Alan, 72 years old. He told me he hadn't felt close to his wife in months, not because they didn't love each other, but because his energy was low, his drive was gone, and he didn't feel like he could show up the way he wanted to. When we looked at his habits, it was clear. He was running on empty most of the day without even realizing it. We started small, morning water before coffee, steady sipping throughout the day, easing up before bed. A month later, Alan came back smiling. He told me, "I feel lighter, not just in my body, but in my head." His wife noticed it too. He stood taller, spoke with more ease, and when they were together, it wasn't clouded by worry or self-doubt. That's what proper hydration can do. Not just for your body, but for your state of mind. When your circulation is strong and your energy is steady, you carry yourself differently. You walk into a room with more purpose. You approach moments of intimacy with anticipation, not anxiety. And here's something I believe with all my heart. Drinking water the right way is an act of self-respect. It's you telling your body, "I'm giving you what you need so you can give me your best." Think about the last time you truly felt like yourself, energized, confident, ready for anything. What was different? Was it just a good day? Or were you doing something for your body that made it possible? When you treat hydration as a daily commitment instead of an afterthought, you're sending a message, not just to your body, but to yourself and to the people who matter most to you. Now, let's turn all of this into something you can start today. A simple daily plan you don't have to think twice about. First thing in the morning, within 30 minutes of waking, drink 8 to 12 ounces of water. Make it the very first thing you do before coffee, before breakfast, before checking your phone. This one step sets the stage for everything else. By mid-morning, have another 6 to 8 ounces. Keep it steady, not rushed. Think of it as topping up your system so you're never running low. Around lunchtime, sip lightly before and after your meal. Just enough to help digestion and keep your circulation strong, but not so much that you dilute your stomach acid or overload your system. In the afternoon, the time when many men feel their energy dip, spread 12 to 16 ounces over several hours. This keeps your blood volume stable, your focus sharper, and your body primed for activity if the opportunity arises. At dinner, go easy. Sip lightly, but avoid large amounts. And after 8 o'clock, start tapering down. Give your bladder a rest so your deep sleep, that precious time for testosterone production and body repair, stays uninterrupted. This isn't about perfection. It's about rhythm. A steady, intentional flow of water through your day will keep your body hydrated, your circulation strong, and your confidence high. Follow this rhythm, and within a couple of weeks, you might notice something surprising. Mornings that feel brighter, afternoons with more stamina, and evenings where you look forward to the moments that matter most. And here's the thing. Hydration is just one part of the picture. There are other daily habits, some you might not even think about, that can either build you up or quietly wear you down. Here on Senior Strong Living, we're building more than just a channel. We're building a community. A place where men like you can share real stories, learn simple but powerful changes, and prove that staying strong, healthy, and confident doesn't have an age limit. If you found even one thing in this video that made you think, I can do that, then take a moment right now, like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss what's coming next. Every tip I share is designed to help you protect your health, your energy, and your confidence for years to come. And I want to hear from you. What's your morning routine? Do you reach for water, coffee, something else? I have a feeling some of you will surprise me, and maybe even teach me something new. Drop it in the comments, and let's start a conversation that other men can learn from. And if you know a friend, a brother, or even a neighbor who could use this information, don't keep it to yourself. Share this video with them. You never know, a small change like this might be exactly what they need to feel like themselves again. Gentlemen, remember this, strong, healthy erections, steady energy, and lasting vitality aren't just about luck or genetics. They're about the small, consistent choices you make every single day. And today, you've learned that something as simple as how and when you drink water can have a bigger impact than you ever imagined. Start tomorrow morning with that first glass. Keep your rhythm through the day. Protect your evenings and your sleep. Do this, and you're not just drinking water. You're fueling your body, your confidence, and your connection to the man you want to be. But this is only one piece of the puzzle. In our next Senior Strong Living video, I'm going to share another everyday habit, one you probably do without thinking, that could be quietly stealing your stamina and robbing you of the performance you deserve. And when you hear what it is, you might be shocked. So stay strong, stay consistent, and stay connected. I'll see you in the next one.